Now let us start the next chapter, data handling. So what is the meaning of data handling? So we naturally see the data means the collection of numbers gathered to give some information. So while presenting the budget in the parliament or in the state assembly, so we can see that pie diagram or bar diagrams, so for various sectors how much amount they are spending, and even we can see the data in the classroom. So for example, from Monday to Saturday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday and Saturday, and the number of students absent. So how many students are absent from Monday to Saturday we can see in the table. So for example, Monday, so out of 30 students in a class, Monday 4 were absent, and Tuesday 3 students, and Wednesday 2 students, and Thursday 4 students, Friday 1 student, and Saturday 2 students. So this is the table describing the number of students absent from Monday to Saturday in a particular class. So this information, this collection of numbers gathered to give some information is called the data. Now let us write the definition of data. The collection of numbers. Now let us write the definition of data. The collection of numbers gathered to give some information is called data. So the collection of numbers gathered to give some information is called the data. So we collect the numbers for various quantities. So using these numbers for various quantities we get some information. So the collection of these numbers to give some information is called the data. So we can collect the data in different ways, and we can represent the given data in different ways. So the first way of representing the data is pictograph, and second one is bar graph, and the third one is pie graph or pie chart. So in this class we will deal with pictographs and bar graphs or bar diagrams. Now let us see the next topic, organization of data. To get a particular information from the given data quickly, the data can be represented by a tabular form using tally marks. Now, To get a particular information from the given data quickly, the data can be represented by a tabular form using tally marks. So how to represent the data in the tabular form using the tally marks? For example, let us take a situation that the number of students who like banana, for example, so there are out of 30 students, so 12 students like banana and 8 students like orange. Next, 6 students like apple. And 12 plus 8, 20 plus 6, 26 plus 4 students like mango. So let us represent this information using the tabular form, using the tally marks. So let us write fruit, here tally marks, and here number of students. So first we write banana, next orange, next apple, next mango. Now how to write the tally marks for representing each type of fruit? So here 12 students like banana, so we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So here we write the number of students who like banana is 12, and the next orange 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Next apple 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and mango 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the tally marks to represent each fruit. So apple 6 and mango 4. Now instead of writing tally mark for each 12, so we can write 1, 2, 3, 4 and fifth one in a circle. So this is fifth, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a set. So again more 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and more 2 are required. So 2 tally marks. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is in a set, and 1, 2, 3. Next apple 6 students are there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is a set, and sixth one. So then mango 4 students. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So we can represent the set of 5 tally marks in a circle. So instead of representing in a circle, so we can even cross it. So after completing 1, 2, 3, 4, then fifth one we can cross it. So here also, so 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, then fifth one, and here 2. So 5 plus 5, 10 plus 2, 12. So in the second case also, after 1, 2, 3, 4 tally marks, fifth one we can cross it, so that this is a set of 5 tally marks. So more 3. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, and fifth one we can cross, and this is sixth one. Next here 1, 2, 3, 4 tally marks. So in this way we can represent any data in the tabular form using the tally marks. Now let us go to the next topic, that is pictographs. And interpretation of pictographs. So pictographs, the pictograph represents the given data in the form of pictures of objects. So it helps us to answer the questions on the given data at a glance. So we can write pictograph represent the given data in the form of pictures of objects. It helps us to answer the questions on the data at a glance. So even by representing the given data in the tabular form, so we may not answer some questions. So if the same data is represented by the pictograph, so we can easily answer the questions based on the given data at a glance. Means just by observing the given data, we can answer the questions. For example, in a class of 30 students, so here the number of students those who are coming by bus, by school bus, by bicycle, so or by car is given in the form of a table. So the same table, the same data can be represented using the pictograph. So here by car, so here 12 students, and by school bus 8 students, 12 plus 8 20, and so actually we represent this by 8, by school bus 12, and by bicycle 6 students are coming, and so 12 plus 8 20 plus 6 26 plus 4 students are by coming walk, so total 30 students. So number of students. Now let us represent the same data by using the pictograph. So in the pictograph we take the different pictures to represent each type of the mean of transport. So first let us represent one student figure equals to 4 students. So this is a scale. We choose the scale as one student figure equals to 4 students. So then by car, so there are 8 students coming by car, so we represent so 2 figures, and then next by bus there are 12 students, so we represent, so one student figure equals to 4 students, so we represent 3 figures. The next by bicycle 6 students, so actually one student figure represent, one picture represents 4 students, but here we have 6 students, so we write so one full figure and the next half. So this represents that there are only 2 students here, So here 4 students, so 4 plus 2, 6 students. The next one is by walk. 4 students means only a single picture. So from this we can understand that, so choosing the scale 1 picture equals to 4 students. So by car 4 plus 4, 8 students are coming to the school. By bus 4 plus 4 plus 4, 12 students. By bicycle 4 plus 2, 6 students. And by walk 1 picture means 4 students. So we can even understand that the least number of students coming by walk, that is 4 students, and the maximum students are coming by bus, because it has more pictures in these 3 pictures. So we can even find out the maximum value and minimum value by observing the given pictograph. Now let us solve few problems based on the tabular form and also the pictograph. So the first question: in a mathematics test, the following marks were obtained by 40 students. Arrange these marks in a table using the tally marks. And how many students obtained marks below 4 and how many students obtained marks above 4? So these are the marks obtained by 40 students in a mathematics test. So let us arrange these marks in the tabular form using tally marks. So in the first column we take marks, and in the second column we take tally marks, and in the third column we take number of students. So here the marks are starting from 1 to the least marks 1 and the highest marks 9. So we write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we will count the number of students who got 1 mark. So let us circle immediately. So 1, 2. So there are only 2 students who got 1 mark. So there will be 2 tally marks to represent 1 mark. So the number of students is 2. Now we will count the number of students who got 2 marks. So in the first row, 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 students, so 3 tally marks to represent 2 marks. So the number of students who got 2 marks is 3. The next 3 marks. So 1, 2. So there are only 2 students who got 3 marks. So 2 tally marks and 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 tally marks to represent 4 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one you can cross it, and 6. Next 5 marks. Let us count the number of students who got 5 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 students, 6 tally marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth one you should cross it, 6. Next 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there are 7 students who got 6 marks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Next 7 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one. So 5. The next 8 marks. 1, 2, 3, 4. So there are 4 students. 1, 2, 3, 4. Next 9 marks. And 4 marks, 1 is left here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 students who got 4 marks. So more 1 tally mark here. Next with the 9. The number of students who got 9 marks. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And 3 is also left here, 3 marks. So 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 students who got 3 marks. Now if you count the total number of students, we should get 40. So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8, 8 plus 7, 15, plus 6, 21, plus 7, 28, plus 5, 33, 33, plus 4, 37, 37 plus 3, 40. The total number of students is 40. Now the first question, how many students obtain the marks below 4? So let us write the answer for question A. Number of students who obtain the marks, number of students who obtain marks below 4 is, so below 4 means you have to take up to 3. So 2 plus 3, 5, 5 plus 3, 8. So 8 students got the marks below 8. And how many students obtain the marks above? So above 6 you will take. So if you find the marks above 6 means starting from 7. So 7, 8, 9 marks. So 5 plus 4, 9 plus 3, 12 marks. So 12 students. So number of students who obtain marks above 6 is 12. Now let us see the next question. The number of girl students in each class of a co-education middle school is depicted by the pictograph. Observe this pictograph and answer the following questions. So in this pictograph, we are taking the different classes from class 1 to class 8 in the first column and the number of girl students in the second column. Here the scale is chosen as 1 girl picture equals to 4 girls. So if there is only 1 girl picture, it represents 4 girl students in the class. So in the first class, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pictures means it represents that. So there are 5 fours are equals to 20 girl students in the class 1. So in class 2, 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 girls pictures means, so 3 into 4 equals to, so 12 girl students. And in the class 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 into 4 equal to 16 girl students in this class. And class 4, 1, 2. So 2 into 4 equals to 8. In class 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 into 4 equals to 24 girl students in class 5. And class 6, 1, 2, 3. So then 3 into 4 equals to 12 girl students. In class 7, 1, 2. And the third one is only half picture is shown here. So then 2 into 4, 8, plus this half picture means plus 2. So then total 10 girl students in this class. And class 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 into 4 equal to 32. Now the first question, in which class the least number of girl students? There is least number of girl students. So that is in the class. So if you see the pictures, so we can see that in class 4 there is the least number of girl students, that is only 8 students are there. So answer is class 8. Class 4. So in class 4, so there is the least number of girl students. Now the second question, how many girl students are there in class 8? So the number of girl students in class 8 is, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So then 8 into 4 equals to 32 students, 32 girl students. Next is the number of girl students in class 2 equal to class 6. So is the number of girl students in class 2 equal to class 6. So in class 2 there are 12 students, even in class 6 also. So there are 12 students, so we can write Yes, the number of girl students in class 2 equal to class 6. Now let us see how to draw a pictograph. Means drawing a pictograph. So if any data is given in the tabular form, so then we can represent the same data using the pictograph. So for example, in class 1, class 2, class 3, the number of absent is given on a particular day. So in class 1, 4 students, class 2, 6 students, and class 3, 5 students. So we can represent this data by using pictograph. So 1, 2, 3. So here if you represent, so here we will take class and here absent is. So here we represent one student picture equals to one student, or we can take 2 students. So in class 1, 4 students absent means we take 2 student figures 1, 2, and in class 2, 6 students are absent, so we take 1, 2, 3, and in class 3, 5 students, so we take 2 full pictures and third one half. So 2 plus 2, 4 plus 1, 5. So this is the way of representing the given data using the pictograph, by pictograph using pictures for the given objects. Now let us solve the next question. Total number of animals in 5 villages are as follows. Prepare a pictograph of these animals using one symbol. So this symbol represents that 10 animals, and answer the following questions. So in the number of animals in 5 villages are given as: village A 80 animals, village B 120 animals, village C 90 animals, village D 40, and village E 60 animals. So we have to represent the same data, the given data, in pictograph using the pictures to represent the given objects. So here it is given that one symbol so this one symbol represents 10 animals. So let us draw the pictograph to represent this data. So here we take villages. C, now here we write the symbols. So here we take the total number of animals. So in the first, in village A there are 80 animals. Here one symbol represents 10 animals. To represent 80 animals, so we use 8 figures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 80 animals in village A, and the number of animals in village B is 120. So we take 12 symbols: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And in village C, so 90 animals, so we take 9 pictures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And in village D 40, so we take 4 pictures: 1, 2, 3, 4. And in village E 60 animals, so we take 6 pictures: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now let us answer the questions. How many symbols to represent animals of village E? So to represent village E, we used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 symbols. So we can write the answer. Which village has the maximum number of animals? So the maximum number of animals are present in village B. So we can write the answer. Now the third one, which village has more animals? Village A or village C. So in these two villages A and C, village A has 80 animals, village C has 90 animals. So we can write the answer in these two. If we compare these two, so we can write village C. Now the next question, which village has the minimum number of animals? Which has the least or minimum number of animals? So the village D, it has only 40 animals, so we can write village D. So village D has the least number of animals. Now let us go to the next topic, that is bar graph and interpretation of bar graph. Now in a bar graph, we draw the bars, means rectangles of equal width, either horizontally or vertically, to represent the each quantity of a given data. So this represents the horizontal bars, and we can draw the vertical bars. So this type of bar graph is vertical bar graph. Now a data can be represented by bar graph. So in a bar graph, we draw horizontal or vertical bars of uniform width. And the spacing between each two consecutive bars is the same. So here we draw the horizontal or vertical bars to represent each item of the given data, and there will be uniform width of each bar, and there is a equal spacing between each two consecutive bars. Now let us take an example. The number of vehicles produced by a company in different years, like in 2001, so there are 2000 vehicles produced. In 2002, so here we take year and here we take number of vehicles. So in 2002, 6000 vehicles are produced. In 2003, so there are 8000 vehicles produced. In 2004, so there are only 5000 vehicles produced. So now how to represent this given data using the bar graph? So we can take either the horizontal bars or the vertical bars to represent this data. So we take the vertical bars first. So on the horizontal line, so we take year, on the vertical line we take the number of vehicles. So but here, depending on the highest value of the given observations, we have to choose the scale. So here 1 unit length equals to 1000 vehicles. So we can take 1000 vehicles or we can take 500 vehicles depending on the maximum value of the given data. So let us take 500 vehicles. Now so first we will take 500, 1000, 1500, so 2000. So if you take 500, 1 unit equal to 500 vehicles, so we may not get 8000 here. So that is why we take 1000 vehicles. So then we get the values 1000, 2000, 3000, 4000, 5000, 6000, 7000, 8000, then 9000. Now let us represent the number of vehicles produced in the year 2001. So that is 2000 vehicles. So we take up to 2002 units. So this is the year 2001. Next, in 2002, 6000 vehicles are produced. So there is 6000 here. So in this 6000 vehicles. Next, in 2003, 8000 vehicles. Next, in 2004, 5000 vehicles. So 5000 is here. So in this way we draw the bars to represent each item of the given data. So the length of the bar represents the frequency of the given data. So frequency of each observation of the given data, and we have to choose the scale. So based on the highest value of the given observations, and there is the uniform width of each bar, and there is equal spacing between any two consecutive bars. So we can draw either vertical bars or the horizontal bars. Now let us solve a problem based on the interpretation of the bar graph. So the question: observe the bar graph which is showing the scale of sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. Here the scale is given that 1 unit length equal to 5 shirts. So this is the bar graph showing the sale of shirts in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. So on the horizontal line, number of shirts sold taken; on the vertical line, the different days from Monday to Saturday taken. And here this is the bar graph, means horizontal bars. Here the scale is 1 unit length equal to 5 shirts. So here 1 unit length represents the number of shirts sold is 5. Now let us see from Monday to Saturday how many shirts are sold. So Monday, so the length of the bar is 15 centimeters on the horizontal line. So there are 15 shirts sold on Monday, and the length of the bar is 10 centimeters. So here 10 shirts. So here this is 2 units means 10 shirts. This is 3 centimeters means 15 shirts. Here 2 units means 2 centimeters means 10 shirts. So then on Wednesday, so this is 1, 2, 3, 4 centimeters. So then 20 shirts are sold on Wednesday. And Thursday, so it is up to 35 shirts. So 7 centimeters means 35 shirts. And on Friday, so it is up to 50 centimeters, up to 50 shirts. So then it is up to 10 centimeters. So 50 shirts are sold on Friday, and on Saturday 60 shirts were sold. Now let us answer the following questions. What information does the bar graph give? The bar graph, it shows the number of shirts sold in a ready-made shop from Monday to Saturday. Now what is the scale chosen? So the scale chosen on horizontal line representing number of shirts. So it is mentioned specifically here, 1 unit length equal to 5 shirts. So one unit length equal to 5 shirts. On which day were minimum number of shirts sold? So the minimum number of shirts were sold on Tuesday, so only 10 shirts. Next, how many shirts were sold on Thursday? So there are 35 shirts sold on Thursday. Next, on which day were maximum number of shirts sold? The maximum number of shirts were sold on Saturday. So on Saturday, maximum number of shirts were sold. Now let us see the next topic, drawing a bar graph. Now for example, the data is given that here fruit, the number of students, who like to eat the different type of fruits. So here we take banana. For example, 10 students like banana, and so mango 8 students, then apple 6 students, and orange 7 students. So then we can use the vertical bar graph to represent this data. So on the horizontal line, so we take fruit, on the vertical line we take number of students. And we have to choose the scale. So we can take 1 unit length equal to 1 student, or we can take 2 students. So this depends on the maximum value of the given information. So we take 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 and so on. And the length of the first bar is, so it represents 10 students. So 10 by 2, 5. So or we can take up to 10 here. So this is banana. Next, mango is liked by 8 students. So we take up to 8. Next, apple 6. Next, orange 7. Now from this bar graph we can easily answer the different questions. For example, so what is the maximum number of students? So who like means what is the number of students who like banana means we can take immediately 10. And what is the minimum number of students? So that is 6. And if the question is, so what is the fruit which is liked by the maximum number of students means banana, by the minimum number of students means apple. Now let us solve a problem based on the drawing bar graph. Following table shows the number of bicycles manufactured in a factory during the years 1998 to 2002. Illustrate this data using a bar graph. Choose a scale of your choice. So the years from 1998 to 2002 and the number of bicycles manufactured given. In 1998, 800 bicycles are produced. In 1999, 600 bicycles, 2900 bicycles, 2001, 1100 and 2002, 1200. So you should illustrate this information using the bar graph. So on the horizontal line we take the different years, on the vertical line the number of bicycles. So on the horizontal line we take years, on the vertical line we take number of bicycles produced or manufactured. And we have to choose the scale, so that depends on the maximum value. So the highest value is 1200, so we can take 1 unit length equals to 200 bicycles. So then we get 200, 400, 600, 800, 1000, 1200, 1400, 1600 and so on. And here we take the number of bicycles manufactured. So the length of the bar representing the number of bicycles manufactured in 1998, it is 800 bicycles. So we take 1, 2, 3, 4 units. So this is the year 1998. Next is in the year 1999, 600 bicycles are produced. So we take 3 units. In 1999. Next, in 2900, so 900 means between 800 and 1000. So this is 800 and it is 600, it is 900. Next, in 2001, 1100 bicycles are manufactured. So between 1000 and 1200. So this is 2000 and it is 2001. And next, in 2002, 1200 bicycles are produced. Now let us answer the questions. In which year were the maximum number of bicycles manufactured? So if you see the length of the bars, then so in the 2002 the length of the bar is highest. So in 2002 the maximum number of bicycles were produced. The next question, in which year were the minimum number of bicycles were produced? So the length of the bar is least in case of the year 1999. So in 1999, so we can write in 1999. So there are only 600 bicycles were produced. So the maximum in 2002 and a minimum in 1999. Now let us see the next question. The number of mathematics books sold by a shopkeeper on 6 consecutive days is shown below. So the days on Sunday, the number of books sold is 65, Monday 40 books are sold, Tuesday 30 books, Wednesday 50 books, Thursday 20 books, and Friday 70 books. So draw a bar graph to represent the above information choosing the scale of your choice. So here we can choose the scale as 1 unit length equal to 5 books, or we can take even 10 books. So if you take 10 books, then on the horizontal line we take days, on the vertical line we take number of books sold. So as we have taken the scale as 1 unit length equal to 10 books, so we take the multiples of 10 on the vertical line. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, and 90. So we have to draw the bars to represent each observation of the given data. So on Sunday 65 books were sold, so we should draw the bars of uniform width and equal spacing between them. So the number of books sold on Monday is 65, so we take between 60 and 70. So this is Sunday. So the number of books sold on Sunday is 65. The next one, "40 books are sold on Monday." "40 books. Next, Tuesday 30 books. Tuesday 30 books. Next, Wednesday 50 books. So Wednesday 50 books were sold. Next, Thursday 20 books. Next, Friday 70 books. So the maximum number of books were sold on Friday. So that is 70. So on which day the maximum number of books were sold? If you want to answer the questions, on which day the maximum number of books were sold. So answer is on Friday. Next, on which day would the minimum number of books were sold? So the minimum number of books were sold on Thursday.